put her down in ways they didn't like. But there's a lot that you all are not taking into context, okay? There is a religious dynamic, a man and a woman in their places dynamic that you all aren't, there's just a whole lot you ain't considering. Oh, it is a hot mess. I mean, it's a hot fucking mess. It's a hot mess. Listen, Rebecca, I'm not even going to play into these conspiracies no more about the person in the picture ain't her and all this. I'm just not. I'm not. I know what they're saying, but I ain't playing into that bullshit right now. As they say, what is that? Quantum's razor or something? Or fucker's razor? Occam's razor. Or whatever the hell it is. Everybody weigh your chair. The actual truth of this situation is once both sides come together, you get the whole story. Do you think she really unalived herself? 100% without a doubt in my mind. 100%. Well, let me say 99.9. 99.9. I always leave room for a possibility of the impossible. Did he really groom her since age 10? Okay, I will answer your question with a question. If he groomed her since age 10, if she was born in 1994, how old would she have been? And when did they move to South Carolina? You answer your own question for me. I want y'all to start thinking and using common sense. When did the family move to South Carolina? But, and not being mean, but y'all shouldn't have to ask me. This should be stuff that you all should be able to put together. She turned 30 years old in March. If they're claiming that she was groomed since 10 years old by JP and she didn't move to South Carolina till she was... What I'm getting at is she wasn't even in the state. She wasn't even around JP. 1994 plus 10 is what? 2004. When did they move? When did they go there? Better yet, if you want to look at when they started attending the church, it would have been between 2008, 2009. But they didn't even move there till 2007. And the family ratted their stuff out on that one because they even put that in the fucking affidavit. And then still trying to spread this lie. Yeah, it was age 14 to 15 at first, and then the news got wind of Micah said it started at age 10. Well, of course she did. She believed that delusion, even though she wasn't even in the state around him or going to the church or anything. She was like somewhere else, Texas or Kansas or some shit. Yeah, the math doesn't math. But you can't get people to understand the math doesn't math. Maybe it wasn't JP grooming her. And it may not have been. But people aren't even willing to hear that. People just hear groomer. She groomed her. She's been groomed since she was 10 years old. Well, that's funny. JP wasn't even there. They weren't even in the same states together. We're only getting information from the news just like you. But you should have been able, everybody out here and their mama should have been able to deduce. The affidavits were released by the family, and the news has released age 10 on about 10 different news channels. Those two things people should have been able to look at and put together immediately. The math doesn't math. That means that that would have been 2004 when the family admitted they didn't until 2007. You heard she was 14, not 10. That would be more of a believable story, but the news is spreading 10. And believe me, they're going to be in the lawsuits too. But here's the thing. So, The thing about the 15, the family started coming to the church when Micah was 15 or 16 years old, okay? The mommy got 11 daddies, allegedly. She's been married like 5 or 6 times or something. But, I mean husbands, rather. But, they wanted to start doing stuff with the church, and they were turned down. They got pissed off, and then they left the church for a while, then they came back. Eventually, Micah, and here's the thing about the grooming rumors going around. Okay. If she was groomed in the church, it wasn't by JP. Because, baby, she married a musician named Jeremy D. I ain't gonna say his last name, but Jeremy D., a musician. They were married for years out of the church. So, if JP groomed her, it was to be with another man, which would be fucking stupid. So, like, I just need people to start using their brains here. Don't have to be the same state to be groomed, but you have to be in contact with the person you're accusing of being the groomer. Oh my God, is this really that hard to explain? The accusations are still going at JP. It doesn't matter if her daddy groomed her. Like, he wasn't in the same state with her. Fuck. Why did the tags match on the car? I will ask. I will ask my source. I don't know. I swear, like, I feel like I am fighting against the world just for this man to have a chance, like, at defending himself. Like, the answers are in front of everybody's face, and they're too dumb to see it. He's a narcissist, period. Okay. If you say so. I don't care. I can't change your mind. She wasn't married before JP. Yes, she was. It literally is in the reports that everybody has got. People just, it doesn't click for them. They had an affair and broke up both of their marriages. That implies that she's also married. Oh my God. And his name was Jeremy Dees. Fucking fuck. Don't stress yourself. Stupid people stress me. I can't help it. Exactly. JP officiated the first marriage. All this information's out, but people still can't put the pieces together that they were married to different people. The level of stupid surrounding this case is like, it really is. Like, I'm astounded right now. I wouldn't let, and like I said controversially today, I wouldn't let a woman judge me at this point in time. I would run for I would run for the border. Like, I would. If I have one woman to be on my jury, I can no longer trust you. Because this is literal insanity. You can be a narcissist, piece of shit, cheater, and still not be a killer. Come on, folks. The point is, you still need to keep an open mind that he may not be any of those things. When it all comes out, the context is going to make more sense than you realize. What difference does it make if she married another guy? You can't be groomed. You can't accuse somebody of grooming when you were never in the same state with them at the time of the accusation. I'm talking years in between, okay? You can't accuse a person of grooming you and get married to somebody else and then accuse them of being the groom. What'd they groom you to do? Marry another man? Are we serious right now? Like, these are things we shouldn't even have to talk about. Well, was her family at 10 years old? I don't know. The siblings put in the affidavit, baby, that they didn't move to South Carolina until 2007. She was born in 94. Y'all do the math. 10 years old would be what year? Which means if they said they didn't move to South Carolina until 2007, that was 3 years after Micah was 10. Let me just say this. I believe Micah believed what was happening to her at the moments that had happened was real.
Somerset's Rock Station. You ring? Well,
exhausted with this case, but I'm not going to stop until this man gets a fair approach at these accusations. Even if he ends up being guilty in the court, I will not stop until that side is heard. I ain't gonna stop. Because I've never seen nothing to beat this in my life. He wasn't shocked that she did it. No, he wasn't. No, he wasn't. Thank you, Savvy. I'm interested in what you know about the pastor and his wife that convinced her to stop taking her medicine. You blew my mind that you knew who I was talking about without saying anything. If she was groomed, oh my God, Beth, thank you. Thank you for speaking the obvious. Thank you. If she was groomed by what they call a narcissist, I want you all to hear me, please. If she was groomed by this alleged narcissist, there's no way in hell he would have let her marry another man. Beth, you spoke the unspeakable common sense. She didn't do it. I'm sorry you're full of it. Have a good day.
Available feature. Intelligent 4x4 cannot prevent collisions or provide enhanced traction in all conditions. Always monitor traffic and weather conditions.
It's how he delivered it in his sermons. Have you ever thought of the possibility of an exhausted husband who's been fighting to keep somebody from killing themselves for 7 years off and on and doing crazy shit, stealing money from the church? All the things, filing countless police reports of fake abuse with nobody ever being arrested. That finally got divorced and separated. Do you think there's a possibility that there's some resentment there? Like justifiable resentment. Have y'all ever had an ex that you have just had your shit fed up with to the point that you're just cold to the fact? Do y'all go to your ex's funerals like when they die and just spill up a big fucking eulogy? No, you don't. No, you fucking don't. Yeah, he was cold too. Absolutely. It sounds like it was an abusive relationship. From whose end, Jen? From whose end?
We're going to get you top dollar for your trade-in and get you back on the road as quick as possible.
We're open to the last customer is served. Business to Stoplight 23 on South Highway 20.
Mental issues are exhausting. They are. They're exhausting. You have one person trying to keep Micah on the straight and narrow, keep her on medication, keep his kids safe. There's a whole bunch of stuff that y'all don't know yet. I mean, there's even times that she's had to be evicted from the home because they wouldn't hold her to keep the kids safe. There's so much that y'all don't know. And that's where this mysterious Diana comes into play. Finally figured out who the fuck this Diana is today. I only have some of her diagnoses. Nobody has full access to her medical records yet. Postpartum or what? She never had kids. She never had kids of her own. So this mysterious Diana has come up a few times. She's in some of the... We'll get into it later. Diana's like a safe space for when Micah fucks off and went crazy. I mean, that's just as blunt as I can say it. No, it's not about HIPAA. It's about the records are sealed until somebody gets the ability to have court-controlled order over those medical records and over her estate and all these things. That'll be coming into court this week. Diana's not an enabler. Diana is a safe space. I mean, she did enable some, I guess, but Diana is kind of like a medium, like a middle ground. Okay? No, Diana's not Micah. Diana is a safe haven for Micah. Let me block this bot real quick. Have you seen these records? The half of the medical records that I have, yes. I posted one of them yesterday. Of her, this was back in February. Her active diagnoses were acute psychosis, bipolar manic disorder, personality dependent disorder or something like that, and something else. I think cannabis dependence or something, and I don't know what that's about. I'm still trying to get clarification on the cannabis dependence. So she's a multiple. We're going to get into that when I have the proof. Hey, Marissa. I don't have proof yet. But she does have different personas that come out. Her first diagnosis her first stay stretches back to like 2018 when she lost marbles. And this is when people in the church started, believe it or not, contrary to popular belief, a lot of the holds are initiated by not JP. Enforced, signed, maybe. But a lot of them are initiated by other people, concerned citizens or people in her life that were not her family. Diana's from a different state. Yeah, honey, she'd fuck right off and go there sometimes. Well, schizophrenia may be on the list, Mel. I don't know. That's an accusation, but I can't access the entire record. Nobody can. This is just what people have floating around before it was sealed. Okay, guys, I run out of daylight. We will talk more and go through this more. I got to go because they're shutting the place down, and we will talk later, okay? All right. Toodaloo.